Michael from Quality Classics, and I have a question for you. What does it take to make a truck from the 1950s a drivable truck? And by that I mean one that you can get in real-world modern traffic and stop with confidence and accelerate with confidence and turn with confidence and have some level of comfort that these trucks don't come with. After all, these are one step above a farm implement from the 1950s. Even though they're gorgeous, they're not much fun in factory form. So I'm going to give you kind of a recipe or run through the list of items that we typically incorporate into the trucks from the 50s to make them much more fun. Something that you want to get in. You're not looking for your garage 30 minutes after you get in the truck. So, and I'm also going to take you on a quick test drive. So what are some of those updates? All right, let me run you through some fundamental updates that do not take the truck too far from its cool original vibe. After all, that's what we fell in love with. The trucks that are highly modified, that have been reframed, radical looking wheels, radical paint jobs, crazy interiors. I'm not talking about those kind of trucks. That's not my kind of truck. It might be what you dig, and that's cool. I'm all for it. But what I dig is this factory look, but eliminating some of the fatigue of driving a vintage primitive truck. Okay, let's talk about the updates. Okay, so fundamentally, you've got to add some power. These trucks were mostly 6 cylinders, or if they had a V8, it's an early V8. So you need to update to a modern V8. It's a game changer. But if you're going to give it the go, you got to give it the stop. So we add power disc brakes, not manual disc brakes, but power disc brakes. We also add power steering with modern day steering box, and we lower the suspension at least 2 inches. These are some of the fundamental changes that we do that will dramatically change the drivability of this truck. Now, okay, pro tip. So these trucks are bouncy from the factory because of the type of suspension that they came built with, solid axles front and rear. Do not change out the original seat. Why? Well, if you're going to stay with the original suspension, that seat has springs in it that are really part of the suspension, so your body is not being jarred when you hit a dip or, a bump. So basically, if you put a modern day seat in here without dramatically modifying the suspension, you're going to get jarred because modern day seats are rigid. This is very springy, and it's critical to the type modifications we're talking about, which are mild, resto-modded modifications that preserve the original personality of the truck. Okay, that was pro tip number 1. Pro tip number 2, you can add some creature comforts. You can add modern day air conditioning, modern day heat, and modern day defrost to these trucks. It's a game changer. It gives you 12-month seasonal usability to the truck. So we do that on all of our vintage trucks. Most of our vintage trucks are keepers. We keep them a while before we eventually sell them. They all eventually get sold, just like this one's getting sold right here. What is this truck? It's a 1958 GMC, top-of-the-line deluxe version. Deluxe meaning it had the chrome, front trim that you see, including the bumpers, chrome wrap around the windshield, back glass, and chrome radio knobs, chrome door handles. It was the deluxe version. Now, it's got the big back glass too, which is not deluxe version or standard version. You could have a big back glass on a deluxe or a standard truck. People get confused about that. So it's a stunning truck. It's a California truck. It's an original metal truck. It's been restored beautifully and lightly resto-modded so it can be driven and enjoyed. It is a fun truck. These trucks from the 50s are gorgeous, but they also can be fun. You can get them, get on them. Oh yeah, I failed to mention when we updated the rear end too with a modern day, better geared rear end and a 700R4 overdrive transmission. Game changer for sure. So you couple that 350 with a modern transmission and updated rear end gears, and you can go somewhere in these trucks. This truck can be and has been driven highway speeds effortlessly. So now I'm not going to give you the specific parts or components. Google is your friend. Don't email me and ask me what we did here, there, and otherwise. I just don't have time to respond to those emails, but Google, you'll find dozens of people have gone to great lengths to give you the part numbers and some of the steps that they did to their trucks. I encourage you in this case to use Google. Google is your friend. Okay, let's go on that test drive. All right, so here we go on our test drive. We put an automatic low car shifter I'll put a picture in the video so you can see. It looks like the original, what would have been the 4-speed stick shifter that would have come in one of these trucks. It's the long granny stick. Looks absolutely perfect. Now watch this U-turn I'm going to make, and I'm going to make it with the palm of one hand. Open palm, one hand U-turn in a 1950s truck. You would never ever do that with the original non-power steering and the original steering box. Okay, now we're accelerating. Okay, that was 60 miles per hour or 55 miles per hour very quickly. You would never ever do that with the original drivetrain in this truck. So really, it's completely unbeatable. I'm taking this very short test drive just to show you in a practical and real way how wonderful these trucks can be. So again, turning with the palm of one hand, no problem whatsoever. And watch the stop. I'm going to stop the truck in kind of an abrupt stop. All right. I didn't slam on the brakes, but I brought it to an easy, quick stop. That's power disc brakes. Makes a huge difference. And then I've got full air conditioning down here, heat and defrost. Really, these trucks are super fun. They're one of the best looking vehicles to come out of Detroit, the trucks of the 50s. People love them and they can relate to them. You just can't drive them or enjoy them unless they've been updated and upgraded like this one has been updated and upgraded. So it is possible. Just if you're buying one of these trucks, either buy one that all these things have already been done to, or maybe some of or most of these things have been done to it, and do the rest or have the rest done for you, and you'll have a blast. The truck will be worth more money, and it'll be much, much more fun to hop into and go places in. I love these trucks. Who doesn't love them? Everybody can relate to them. They're just a part of America's history, and they provide great fun, and people can really relate to them. They come up and chat it up when they see one of these vintage trucks. So there you go, modern day truck. Also, the instrumentation was updated in this truck. I'll put a picture in the video as well. And yeah, you know, an accurate understanding of what's going on with your truck mechanically with modern day instrumentation. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. Click like, go to our website, Quality Classics, check us out. I think you'll like what you see. And come back often. Adios. Cherry Bomb, you've been a great friend.